All right, so we're going to take a look at the Landmine Sumo squat. Now this is a really good variation which is going to keep the constant tension on the glutes throughout. We're also going to hit some adductors as well, which is inner thigh basically. Constant tension means that the bar's not going to touch the floor, therefore your glutes are going to be firing throughout this exercise. So let's take a closer look. So first thing we're going to do is obviously the setup. So we're going to get the Landmine. Now this is a standalone Landmine for my gym, but often in the commercial gyms, these will be attached to the squat racks and the frames and things like that. It's just basically a cylinder that's attached there. All right. I'm just going to put the Olympic bar that we've got here to sit in that cylinder there. All right. So pretty straightforward. So that is just going to slide right the way to the back of there. And you'll see what I've got set up here is 2 plates either side of the other end of the bar. Reason behind that is because we want to make sure that when the plate's on the bar, which we'll add on in a second, it's not going to touch the floor and therefore we can keep the constant tension. So it's just going to give us an extra couple of inches of being off the floor so we can get the added range of motion, so essentially make the exercise harder. All right, now what we want to do from there is obviously add our weights on. So we're just going to stick, this is a 15 plate, onto the edge of the bar there like that. It's going to sit in between the 2 plates here, and then in a second we're going to have a little look at the setup process. So when it comes to getting started here, we want to make sure our feet are nice and wide, and the important thing as well is that our toes are angled out at 45 degrees, so half and half, all right, basically. And then from there, what we're going to do is we're just going to hook grip the bar like that. I tend to have one hand underneath each other. We're going to keep the chest up nice and high, push the feet into the floor, and come up to a standing position, all right? From here, knees are going to be pushed out in line with your feet, so at 45 degrees. We're going to come all the way up and as low down as we can. And you'll see from where the plates are to where the bar is now going, or where the bottom of the plate that I'm using is going, that it is a requirement to have these plates on the floor to get that full depth in the exercise and get that full stretch on the glutes, and then come all the way up. So that's the Landmine Sumo squat. Hopefully that was useful. Just a last little reminder with this, as with any exercise, we have 2 phases of the movement that we want to think about. So we have the eccentric phase, which is the lowering. So in this part of in this exercise, that's the going down bit, which is going to be the slower 2 to 3 second count. And then the concentric phase is when the muscles shorten. So on this one, it's when the weight goes up essentially. That's going to be a little bit quicker, around 1 second. Hopefully that's been useful. If you need any other further support on it, as ever, just send me a message.